Not everybody gets to live in their truth, and not everybody gets to be who they authentically are, because a lot of people just aren't free. They have to go to work tomorrow, today. They have to show up to be around a group of people. They just can't come out and be gay or bisexual or trans or lesbian. Why? Because maybe they'll lose their job. Maybe they'll lose a family member who they love dearly. Maybe they'll lose a friend. So everybody doesn't have the freedom that I may have to come on here and be comfortable in my skin to speak about being a homosexual or gay or whatever you want to use. Me personally, I don't like those terms. I like I like men. Because when you start to use terms like that, yeah, it puts you in a box, but it also creates division, which is rampant everywhere in all communities. Division is everywhere. But the point that I'm trying to make here is society puts a lot of pressure on us to be one way. Our parents puts a lot of pressure on us. Radio, entertainment, television. It puts a lot of pressure on us to be a particular way. And most of us don't feel comfortable enough to be who we are and to step out and be authentic. We want to keep those relationships. We don't have what it takes to stand apart, right? Listen, it's difficult enough to be black out here in society if you don't know how to use it to your advantage, because being black is really a superpower. You haven't tapped into it yet if you are black, if you are struggling. But if you don't know how to tap into your superpower, being black it's hard in society. And to add a layer of being gay on top of that, in the society that most of us live in, it's difficult to thrive if you don't know how to tap into it. If you're in fear of losing your job, if you're in fear of losing a family member, if you're in fear of losing friendships, relationships, it's something that you have to conceal because you don't feel like you can be who you authentically are. Now, in 2026, it's not the same as it was 40, 50 years ago. Of course not. But even in this community, and when I say this community, I say the gay community, there's a lot of separation. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of rejection that people put on to others. It's just out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a black person now looking at people online and just the gay black community, there's a lot of shit that I see and I'm like, damn, we fought for acceptance just to be gay. We fight for acceptance just to be black. And now we are in this community and now we're still hating on one another. We still criticize because one choose to do what they want to do in a group that we were all. It's crazy to me. And I've been in the white gay community. I've been in the black gay community. I've seen it. I've seen both sides. I see how we operate, and it's crazy. And we'll touch on those topics in the future when the time comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm not here to compare and contrast the difference of the two. But I'm just saying everybody's fucked up in their own right. And this is why I'm being a lot more, I'm giving a lot more grace to just people in general. Because I'm seeing that it don't matter if you come from the black community, we got some problems over there. You go into the gay community, it's some problems over there. You dealing with white people, it's some problems over there. It's problems everywhere. We all go through our shit, but we all seem to think that our problems are so much greater than the next. No, we all go through something. We all have low self-esteem in some form or fashion. We all deal with our own lack of confidence in certain areas. We all go through our own stuff. We all do. That's why I'm trying to be more kind. I want to be more kind. I don't want to be angry and hateful. I just don't. Life is too short. You're 25 today, you're 45 tomorrow. And before you know it, you're on your deathbed. And you didn't live the life that you were supposed to live because you were confined in a box because of some way society wanted you to live. That shit is exhausting. It's tiring. It's stressful. I can't live like that. I don't know how people, I get it. Like, some people have to live certain ways so they can get to certain venues and get into certain jobs and to get into certain statuses in life. I understand. Some men go and get into full-blown marriages with women, have 5 kids, and just sleep with men on the side because they don't want to deal with the backlash of society. They want to be accepted. Whatever they're going through up here to feel like they have to hide this part of themselves is what they're going through. We will never understand it. I don't want to understand it, but that's just where they are. Are they wrong? No. They are doing what works for them. Just as well as you are doing what works for you. I'm doing what works for me. I've done what worked for me for years. And what has felt comfortable. And then eventually I started to do what didn't feel comfortable because I felt like sometimes comfortability can be a handicap. It stops you from growing because you're comfortable. And I felt like I don't want to be comfortable anymore. I want to be who I want to be online. I don't want to not talk about this anymore. I want to talk about being homosexual, bisexual, sleeping with men, sleeping with women. I want to talk about these things. Why? Because those are things that I do. Those are things that I partake in. That's what I am. That's who I am. That's the life I live. So the life I live is the life I show. The life I talk about. Everybody know I has a mom. I don't show my mom on here. Everybody know I have a dad. I don't show my dad on here. Just because I'm in a relationship, or if I'm in a relationship, doesn't mean I'm going to show my relationship on here. Everything isn't for everybody. You conduct your life the way you feel like you need to conduct your life to get to where you have to go. Who cares about what the next person has to say? They're not paying your bills. They don't have to lay next to you every night. You don't have to look at that person in the morning when you wake up or go to sleep or when you brush your, whatever you're doing throughout the day. You don't have to worry about that person and how they feel about you. And furthermore, people don't really give a damn about you and what you are and who you are. At the end of the day, they really don't. The world is changing online. Look, I'm so thankful for the world today. So there are organizations out there like the LGBTQ, whatever the rest, IA plus, I don't know, sorry, that will help you if you're dealing with those type of issues. At least they are supposed to be out there. If you're dealing with hate, if you're dealing with rejection and don't have a community and in small venues where it's not accepted. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water.